Here we go. Didn't take long. I'm not convinced that's going to upset Sachin Tendulkar.
57 games, more than anybody else. But he's quite a character now.
He's away. Just the one. Gets out. Chopped it on. Sean Pollock has struck early. Terrific stuff from South Africa. How often it is that Sean Pollock gets a wicket when things get underway in a big game and puts...
I'm going there. Little unfortunate. Not too much movement of the feet, just chopping it on back onto the stumps, and the South Africans are delighted, as they should be. Just for the doctor ordered for them. 2 for 1 India. Baton.
That's exactly where Sean Pollock's going to be with Sachin, I'm sure. And just have a listen to this reception. An extra bounce from Pollock at 133.4 k's per hour, which is a yard. Daryl Harper calls wide. Graham Smith's not happy. Just let... That is the end of the first over from Sean Pollock. 3 for 1. It's a good start. They had a bit of a battle, of course, in Bangalore.
Take a look at that for a fling, and look at the seam after it landed. It started swinging while it was passing the batsman. Wonderfully bowled. Beautiful follow through.
Quite a bit of swing as the ball passed the batsman. That is a... It's a good leave. Intelligent cricket from Gambia. On target from Andre Nell. Speaking of targets, he's been doing this for some time, Andre Nell. He wears a heart rate monitor. It's a bit of a delayed shot from Nell, with no support behind.
Well, that did first class cricket.
Nice line, nice length, nice carry from Nell. 7 for 1. Tendulkar out of the crease. Which is going to mean that Sean Pollock will just bring his line and his length in particular just back a little bit. Tendulkar looks like he's batting very precise with where you can go at Eden Gardens, as most cricket grounds should be, so that was one would imagine. Inside edge onto the pad. And you might guess he's away. I can confirm that last night, thanks to Arun Lal, myself, Robin Jackman, and John. A boundary. A little bit too short from Sean Pollock. Anything in that region is going to be from Pollock. And it's past the outside edge. The bat was on a bit of a slant as well. 3 overs gone, 12 for 1. At him. He's done an outstanding job as Dr. Mohammed Musaji. There he is, just...
I'd manage it.
Yeah, that was quite remarkable footage. That was literally about 20 minutes before the toss. That's when he went down, Makari Ntini. Just after that.
Was the need to occupy the crease. Some deliveries are taking off and some not so quickly. I would have imagined that the Indians would want to...
Here we go. Didn't take long. I'm not convinced that's going to upset Sachin Tendulkar at all.
157 games, more than anybody else. But he's quite a character now. This is...
No chance. So Arena's... you would think he's smashed the first cover for 4. He hasn't. He's got 1 down the third man and 1 off the over. 13 for 1. Just wish to point out at our graphics at the bottom, you can see that now it's 4 overs and 1 ball, and there's a P next to... There's a nick. Sean Pollock has gone up. Daryl Harper's gone up as well. That is an enormous wicket. Sean Pollock has struck twice now. Inside 5 overs.
For 14, Sachin gone.
Good stuff from Pollock, that's what it is. That one a little bit tighter. He's a big scorer on the offside, we know that Sowag. That line will be a little bit tighter to Sowag. He gets off with a couple. We're 1 ball away now from completing 5 overs. Just to let you know, in Bangalore, South Africa, in fact. After stand and deliver. His feet did not move an inch, but the ball raced away for 4. 20 for 2. Who knows? Nell. The umpires are not going to be allowed to rely on...
the best defensive shot to a ball outside the off stump is to let it go, unless you're expecting it to come back into you. So really
tucked away back at a square. He wants to come back for two, Gambia. There's going to be quite a few hand signals, I think, from the batsman today. Met kilometres as we arrived earlier. That'll be a leg bite. And I think importantly, Arun, we're not going to see any change of tactics from Brenda Sowak. I think it's worth reflecting on the last game. Grant Smith has taken that catch. Pollock has struck again. He's now got three. It seemed to go quite slowly to Grant Smith at first lift. He had plenty of time to do it. Rahul Dravid's now out of his seat.
And hoping that he had pouched it. He wasn't. But
Mike. Well, this is going to be fascinating. One end, you got the wall, as he's known. The wall of India. Hasn't got all of that, but he's threaded it through for a couple.
Yes, you can already see the difference.
Say, Gambia's dismissal was quite an interesting one, in as much as I was one. Did that keep a little bit low, or was it just a bit fuller? Sehwag has this habit, as you were saying, Ravi, of going back. We've seen it a couple of times in this game already. Here's another example of it. Beautiful stroke. Hall in trouble in his... Just get one this time, and Hall will be quite happy. Here it is, off Pollock. Look at the feet. No movement at all, other than, as Mike Hazeman described, just came up on his toes a little bit. Now, he can get into trouble doing that if the ball moves. In the air, and 2, 3, 4, bounces for 4. So Hall under pressure early on. Out, caught Boucher, bowled Hall. Hall gets his revenge. He's taken some punishment, but that, for South Africa, is a huge wicket.
This ground stunt this time wide enough to get the outside edge, and India in deep trouble, and he's got it a little wider. Sehwag had to reach out for that without really getting across with that front foot.
Tell you what, Ravi, I've been privileged. One thing that quite surprises me. Good shot. Beaten Kent this time. And will run away for 4. I was a little surprised that Andre nailed it. Hugo Singh off the mark, as was...
Really, he would know what could be a competitive score on the surface. He would also know that Pollock is into his...
Right on target, and Rahul Dravid respectful. So come once again. Last ball. Nearly over. Just one from it. 56 for 4. 13 gone. What a good move this, I think, anyway. I wonder what Lakshman Krishnan and Mike Hazeman think.
Thanks, Robin. I'm with you, Arvid. Wherever possible. Yuvraj, of course, on the strike at the moment. Albie Walker getting a bit of exercise in the outer. 2 more on the wicket now, which is something he doesn't mind doing now. Slip under gully now. Bottom edge. And there's a little bit of variable bounce that we've been talking about so far. I think there are times when you're facing on Randell. And again, I'll crash that away for 4. That is a beauty.
This time he was not going to make the mistake. He did the last ball around.
He's not happy. That's because he went for 6 that over. 62 for 4. Commentators before, Robin Jackman and Ravi Shastri, speculating that Pollock might just have the 1 more. And I'm sure this is where he'll stop, is. So he needs a little bit of assurance in the middle order, I think, in the middle of proceedings. And Pollock's the man to provide it for 2. Let's just have a look at the options that Smith does have. I'm presuming this is going to be Pollock's last. Paul, of course, a bit of movement still. Justin Kemp's another who might get a run.
Shot.
That's good stuff from Shah Langenfeld coming back from injury, just 2 off his first over, 64 for 4.
The problems with the health of a lot of South Africans and of Mike Hazeman as well.
That is a glorious stroke. That is a beauty.
Enough width to free his arms. And Yuvraj Singh, when he's in good form, is a class act to watch.
In the style that he's accustomed. He's going to be looking for 2 here. Justin Kemp is chasing, but won't prevent the second.
One thing with Yuvraj, as long as he's out there,
So therefore it's providing problems. That'll be called a wide. Still raining in Chennai, by the way, Sugar, or is it okay?
He came into this pressure to perform.
7 off the over. It's a good one for India. 71 for 4. At the line of off stump. Got him! Brilliant stuff from Shah Langenfeld. Straight to delivery that time. There might have been a little bit of movement away from Rahul Dravid, but again, it's an uncharacteristic shot from Dravid. It's a good delivery, but Dravid won't be happy when he sees it.
For his confidence, South Africa done extremely well. Dravid gone to 6.
7 straights. Now, we need to give full congratulations here to Shah Langenfeld. He was bowling outside the line of off stump, concentrating on bowling all off cutters. This was leaping for joy.
Well, in trouble. This is big trouble for India.
Kef wants 2. But will have to settle for the single. All these South Africans, very strong arms, especially from the deep. Andrew Hall.
Better for it.
Another tidy over, just 2 of it. 97 for 5. 97 for 5.
Smashed away over mid-wicket. Dismissive.
Change of angle, coming around the stump was Jacques Harris. Yuvraj Singh also brings out the 50 partnership, just coming off 58 balls. But
121 now for 5. Does have a habit of getting a wicket when he comes back into the attack.
it's what the Indians have to do. Kef should be the man looking for the singles. Yuvraj Singh has played himself in. Yuvraj. Just must be getting the feeling that he can dominate the bowling. It's been there for
The tactic for Yuvraj Singh is to go round the wicket, both Cullis and Nell, to cramp him up. And a little bit of work to do at fine leg, but it'll only be 1. Now, when you look at around, $124 for 5, 29 overs gone. Young man. He's got a leg side field with 2 people saving 1, the mid-wicket and a short deep backward square leg or bowled. It's the line.
It'll be interesting to see what kind of purchase he gets from this pitch.
He keeps it that way. 143 for 5, 33 gone.
can bet there's been very little calling between these two. There is no way the 5. 15 overs remaining now. They'll be thinking about 6-0 from here, I'm sure. These 2 wickets inside 10 overs. Average score, by the way, in the last 5 one-days played at Eden Gardens. Batting first is 263. Big shout for LBW, and up goes the finger as well. Johan Botha, that is a very, very good delivery. A little bit of depth from Johan Botha, those top spinners that he bowls, and some extra bounce as well, but umpire Jay Prakash says it's good enough for him.
Just relaxing a little bit after getting that half century. That ball's gone right through actually and crashed into middle stump. In fact, it looked as if it's crashed into middle stump, but hit ball. But a very, very good hand. And South Africa striking at just the right...
7. Off the mark quickly.
2. Oh, that's what Dhoni to the crease and a huge roar from the crowd. Now, there's only one way he'll play.
Bowling from Botha. He's got that past Jacques Kallis in the covers. Big Andre Nell will tidy up. Just short of the rope. Bit of flight this time from Botha, and a very good shot from Kate. All along the carpet for 4. Gone. Smith has taken the catch at mid-wicket. Short ball from Andre Nell. He's one of those guys when he comes back into the attack, he often strikes. Mohammed Kate, a bit of a shake of the head. He can't believe he picked up Smith, but again, South Africa have chopped it.
Unfortunately for Kev, he didn't quite get the elevation he was looking for. Still a good catch by the captain. And a double blow for India here. First Yuvraj. Now Kev goes 167 for 7.
Loud screams of no, about 5 of them from Ajit Agarkar, the non-striker's end. And Nell, of course, has just got the 1 to go also.
Onto the bat.
Thrash that one, there is a sweeper though.
Because if it does start staying low, then India will be hoping to get about 240 here, 230, 240 from here, and at least give themselves an outside chance.
So you're saying there's a chance this might do the same, but also keep it a little bit lower?
It will do the same, but I'll be very interested to see the bounce. So if the bounce stays the same as we saw in Bangalore, then it's going to be hard work for the Indians.
Dark skies.
Yes, Kolkata in the eastern part of India, so the sun does set here very quickly.
And that's where it stays. That's terrific stuff from Shah Langerfeld. He completes 7, 41 gone, 174 for 7. So they're invited to bat. Slight misfield, and they scamper through for 1. Kemp not happy with that. Donnell's started his 10th. It's good work from Kemp. Too much of a gap to get between the men backward as well on the offside. The other thing, Ravi, which South Africa will be a little bit concerned about is the dropping of AB de Villiers. All-rounders, hard-hitting all-rounders. Don't be at all surprised if the super sub, when he's introduced...
Oh, every got ball is gold. Out, bowled by Kallis. And yet another Indian wicket falls, which is going to make it harder for them in these last few overs.
Just played right across the delivery. It's a straight delivery. Just the right approach by Kallis. Straight. He was trying to play it to square leg and played right across it. Bit of an inside edge, and he was cleaned up. So Kallis has a wicket. India sink deeper into trouble. 187 for 8.
Balls. Can he do it again? End of another good over. Just 3 runs from it and a wicket. 187 for 8. He's hit that, but straight to the man who's caught it. Put it on the boundary. So South Africa getting wickets just when they want to. India not having, if you like, the luck that you need in the last 5 or 6 overs, where the ball goes either side of field.
From the meat of the bat once again, was struggling in this innings, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, from the standards that he set for himself. But he's gone for 14 of 26. Now India 187 for 9.
Away. I can't believe that Dhoni got caught long on and didn't cross with Harbhajan Singh.
I think he was just too
That might be out. That just might be out. It is. Andrew Hall gets it full and straight. Harbhajan is not going to hurt South Africa with the bat anyway this evening. And South Africa have bowled India out, having put them in when they won the toss for under 200, 188 with from South Africa. See India in a bit of trouble here, but hey, there are runs on the board, 188 of them.
And Nagaka oversteps first up. Always walked across as Graham Smith, and that's basically hit the back of the bat. You won't find that defensive.
Bowled extremely well, the two of them in Bangalore. Here, bowling under lights with the due factor.
Has that straightened enough? There's a big shout. No, putting umpire Jay Prakash.
Did so on this occasion as well. Pitched in line, straightening, but you can never tell from the umpire's perspective. It was a lot.
That's right in that side. So well, it's awakened the crowd.
Taken, but it's wide.
Yes, they've just not been given a chance. It is a big defeat. It's only fair to say that there was only one side in the park that day.
And basically 20 overs, 50. It looks like they'll win by 15 overs here, and 5 that India didn't bat. It's pulled away. There is a man back there, so it'll just be one.
Lots to think about for the Indians.
He's only going to get one. So there's a very good chance he'll finish 48 not out.
Unless he plays 4 down balls, South Africans are rejoicing. They can't lose from.
In the 36th over. It's it, 2-1 South Africa. And a simply outstanding performance from the man in picture a moment ago. Graham Smith. The captain of South Africa got it right.
Overs 52 for Karthik. He took a